problem. At least we're on now, so now it's all good.
We've got each
So
other.
I've been telling all the people, whenever I talk about my 7-day challenge, I often bring up your name because you had such a huge transformation with our 7-day challenge. And
Yes.
you commented in the last video saying, I'm swearing at you now. If you want to describe to people how you felt the first time I sent you the 7-day challenge.
Well, when you told me it was going to be a 7-day challenge, I was literally pooping my pants. I had zero confidence, and I would never have done a live like just you and me, not alone, everyone else seeing. And I think you first said to me I had to sort of go live on Facebook and say my name, and I was going to be an author, or I'm an author. And I felt physically sick, and I thought there's no way I was going to do it. And you said I should do it at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever the time was. And you'd gone away. And I just thought, first of all, I thought I'm not going to do it. And I thought I'm just going to do it. And whatever time I did it was about 6 o'clock, and I did it. And I actually got quite a good feeling, because like I was reading the comments that people were doing, and I thought, this is quite good. But then I started to panic, because our beautiful friend Amanda, who's also written books with you, she did it the year before. And I remember her one day in her garden singing. And I thought, if I've got to bloody sing, I'm not doing this book. Forget it. You can absolutely forget it. But you wouldn't let me look at the challenges. You sent me all of the challenges, but you said don't look at each one until the next morning. And I don't think it was day number 2. I can't remember what day it was. It might have been 3 or 4. But oh my God, I had to sing. I had to sing. Move away, please, so people can see you. I had to sing on Facebook, and I have got the most appalling voice. So I cheated a little bit. I had the music to the phone, my hairbrush in my hand, shaking like a leaf, but I sang This Girl's on Fire. And I felt amazing, absolutely amazing. But you said to me I needed to do it outside in public. And I thought, I can't do that. I can't do that. But I did go out with some friends, and it was one friend's birthday. And I would never normally sing happy birthday to anyone, not even well, I used to do it to my kids, but it was just them in the house. And I actually stood up and sung her happy birthday and felt amazing. And I now, when I have friends' birthdays, I don't just send them a birthday message, happy birthday. I actually sing them happy birthday. And I'm trying to think what other things. Oh, I had to give, that's right. One of the days was to give somebody in your road that you don't know some cakes or flowers or chocolates. And I remember going to what?
A random act of kindness.
Yeah, I went to the supermarket and I bought some flowers, and this little I stood outside the supermarket and I just saw this little old lady come out with a wheelie trolley, and I just said, excuse me, I said, can I give you some flowers? She said, why? I said, I just want to give you some flowers and have a lovely day. And bless her, she was crying. She said she'd been married for 40 years and her husband's never given her flowers. And I don't do things in ones, and I actually bought 2 bundles of flowers. So when I got home, I stood outside my local park, and another nice lady came out, and I said, can I just give you some flowers and say, have a beautiful day? And I got such a wonderful feeling from that. And I'm trying to think what other things I had to do. I had to be a child one day. That's right. And I remember
You're being very polite about it, because in the moment, Sharon was not so polite about this. Like,
and now I can see the fun side of it.
You can now, and now you're out the other side. But there's always a moment in a journey with me where my authors don't like me because I'm pushing them out of their comfort zone in all different directions. And one of them is too much, and they don't like me. And we had one of these moments with Sharon right at the beginning of our journey, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose her. It's too much too soon. Tell me what kind of person you were as far as going out, answering the door, doing things before the challenge, and how you are after the challenge.
Oh, I was Miss Fearful. I was terrified of everything, including my own shadow. I would never have done it. Like we're just talking, I wouldn't have just spoke you and me, Laura, and I know the world is going to see us because it's going out on your Facebook all over the world. I wouldn't have just done it, the 2 of us. I'd have done it on the phone. I had no belief in myself. I didn't value myself, didn't trust myself. I really believe this has changed, as well as writing my book and doing my book. Doing your 7-day challenge was the best thing I have ever done. And I would recommend it to anybody to do. I was waffling on about what I had to do, but I've probably spoiled it for the people that are watching, haven't I?
No, it's fine, because you had so many fears before.
Yeah.
And then shortly after Sharon did the 7-day program, I actually flew back into London, and I took her to some group meets. So I took her to some meetings where I knew she would be invited to get up and talk, which Sharon never does. She got up and she rocked it, and I took a picture on the tube on the way home because the smile and the grin that Sharon had on her face of just so much confidence and pride, like I had to capture that moment because it was so special. You were in that room and I'm like, yeah, Sharon wants to do it. And I can, you know, she wanted to hit me, really. And then she got up and she just did it, and she did it flawlessly and effortlessly, and everyone just fell in love with her instantly. And all the way home, she's like, yeah, she had that little bit of swag about her, like, I can do this. And you've now gone on to do talks, to do podcasts, to do interviews, magazines, newspapers. Tell them what might be coming up soon.
I was on, I don't know if any of you guys are on Clubhouse. Sorry, Laura's making me cry, but these are happy tears. I've recently gone on Clubhouse, which is amazing because you can talk to thousands and thousands of people all over the world. It's not a photograph, it's not the real you, it's a photograph, which I love because I haven't got to worry about what my hair looks like. I'm not quite like Laura would just put a cap on. I like my hair to look nice. And one day I was talking to my friend and we were both tired, and it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And we said we were going to bed, and I don't know why I put Clubhouse on. And there was this thing saying, are you an entrepreneur, or do you want to, I can't remember what they were saying, do you want to put yourself out there or be on TV? And one of my dreams is to be on TV or have a film made of my story. So I put my hand up and there were so many people waiting, and I was tired and I nearly fell asleep, and I just heard the name Sharon, and it, you know, when you're half asleep and you're half awake, and it went like that. And he just said, what would your television show be called? And I said, my show would be called Widowed with Kids. And you have to, there's going to be 10 episodes apparently. And he said, what would your 10 episodes be? So I told him, and he said, wow, we have never, ever had anyone like that. So this Sharon Rosenbloom, who would never say boo to goose, may be a TV star.
And I love this because I've been telling so many people, like last year, or the year before December, we created our book, But I Have Kids. And the following year, we had our 13-week episode debut TV show on Saturdays and Sundays, and our family was on TV for the whole year. So the fact that the next author we launched then has the same opportunity is just pure magic and madness for me. So your transformation has been super incredible. I keep referring to you as the lady who was so afraid, and then at Christmas, I'll never forget, you sent a video globally live on your Facebook with your little Christmas boppers singing Feliz Navidad to everybody all over Facebook. And it's like, this is not the same person that I met at the beginning of this journey. And I don't think that I've changed you. I think that I've unlocked the real you. How would you say you are now?
I am now, my surname is Rosenbloom, and honest to God, I am the rose in bloom. And sometimes I think I'm not only the rose in bloom, I'm a great big bush. I feel so full, so alive, so much love, and I just want to share it with the world. And I hope anyone watching this will see how beautiful, wonderful, and caring Laura is. And if you do this challenge, it will change your life. Because as well as writing my book has changed my life, I honestly believe doing the challenge has made me grow so much. And I was a person that never liked change. Now my top, the top
human need.
Yeah, it's growth, because I just love the growth, and I'm still growing. I'm never going to stop growing. The day I stop growing is the day I die.
I love that, which is such a transformation, because I feel like when we first met, I was sharing in the last live, you were almost kind of getting prepared to kind of leave.
Yeah.
You were making sure your daughter was looked after. You were making sure your son would always be cared for and was in a great place that he'd be happy. I felt like you were kind of getting your ducks in a row, kind of ready to kind of be done.
Yeah.
And then we went through this process, and it's unleashed this superpower in you, and now you're out there making an impact, making a difference. And you're not just helping people have transformations, you're pulling people out of their darkest times. And that takes super incredible strength, which we know you have because you've done it for yourself.
Yeah.
So hats off to Sharon, like her transformation and now how she makes
Take
this
it off,
impact
Laura. Let's see your hair.
on people. I've been in the river today. I'm going to leave my hat on.
I'm even
It's real.
hosting rooms
I'm a
now in
mummy.
Clubhouse. I'm hosting my own rooms in Clubhouse for grief and how you can go from how I survived to how I now thrive. And yeah, it is just the best place. Laura's helped me unlock my heart. I've found the love inside me again, which I never had, never believed in myself. Couldn't be in a better place. Laura, I love you, and that you've got the most amazing family, husband and children. Well, husband, I wouldn't go that far. I'm only joking.
They have a lot of banter, these two.
But you have got the most amazing children and just hearts of gold. So yeah,
Thank you.
anyone that's doubting going on Laura's program, forget the voices in your head. Do not listen to them. She is the most inspirational woman I've ever met in my whole life. And I love her to bits.
Well, it takes one to know one.
That's
For you
true.
to come through the challenges that you came through is incredible, and your kids are a credit to you. Absolutely. They are incredible. And they've even grown on your journey with you, which has been super amazing. Something as a parent that you worried about in the beginning. Sharon's just stated that, you know, she wasn't someone who liked change. She'd kind of taught that to her kids too. So when Sharon started changing, her children weren't the biggest fans of me because I was making her this new weird lady. What's she doing? And now they're on this journey with you and supporting you. I'm like, no, just stay true to you. It will all come right. And it did. And it's been a real beauty and honor to watch you in your journey. What I love about this is we help make this one person the best versions of themselves. They go off and impact thousands of people that I couldn't reach because I haven't been through what you've been through. So all those people you reach, it's pure magic to me. And to see the testimonials that are coming in, the reviews about your book, you know, your book, because it's so from the heart, you have people laughing 1 minute, in tears with you the next minute, you lift them up, you show everyone that it's possible. And you did all this during the most crazy crisis time we've had of late. You did all this through lockdown without being out there socially. I mean, you went through your grief before the lockdown, but now you're helping at the most crucial point. Because if people felt alone before, being locked up in their houses for months at a time dealing with grief, I couldn't even imagine how unbearable that would be. So you truly are a gift, and you are incredible. Thank you for coming on my live tonight.
Well, 2020 has been, it's been a traumatic year for so many people, but for me, it's been the best year because, as we said, I've written my book. I'll just quickly show it again in case anyone missed it in the beginning. Widowed with Kids. And I had 2 addictions, dependencies when I lost my husband. I fed every emotion I ever felt with food and sugar. And I also spent so much money. I was a shopaholic because they release the dopamine in your brain, which makes you feel good for that very short while. I'm now 2.5 stone. I don't know what that is in kilograms, but in weight. Since I've given up the sugar, I'm just over a year sugar-free, a year shopping-free, and it's the best I've ever felt. I felt inner peace, inner calm, inner joy, and inner happiness. And yes, so that is just a little bit about me. So, but if you want to know more, you can go on Amazon and buy my book, Widowed with Kids, Sharon Rosenbloom. Sorry, Laura, but I thought I've got to get a plug in as well.
Don't apologize. Don't be the little sorry monkey. So
No,
Sharon is
sorry, Laura, close your mouth a minute. I'm the proud author of the book, Widowed with Kids.
So after this video, Sharon is going to put the link to her book in Amazon. She's going to put the link to her Facebook group, which is the Widowed with Kids support community, where you can see all like-minded people, where Sharon posts often to help just keep you going through those dark times. And also her website, widowedwithkids.co.uk, which if you go check that out, there is a free 3-day program where she really goes into amazing content with you. So do check out her book. And maybe this book isn't for you, maybe you're not the audience, but if you know someone, it doesn't have to be their partner, but if you know someone who's lost and is dealing with grief, it's a helpless feeling because you want to make it better and we can't make it better. But this book, what a gift. You can really help using this book. So if you're feeling stuck, not knowing how to help that person closest to you, go get them the book. Order them the book and let them know. Give it to them in person. Don't send it to them. And say, I don't know how else to help. This comes with love. I hope this helps. So that they can feel that. So when they are feeling alone and trying to get out of that state, maybe they'll turn to Sharon's book and they'll happen to open on the page that they need in that moment.
And it may not even be a loss of a love, may not be the death of a loved one. It could just be a relationship breakdown, or could even be, I've had friends that have had severe, like, losses of jobs, very important jobs during the pandemic, and you go, not quite the same, but you go through the grieving process, even with a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, if your marriage is broken down, or any sort of loss, you still go through the grieving process. Not as bad, but it could help. So really this book could help absolutely anybody, and it's how you can transform and find life at the other side, because I got so stuck in that tunnel for so long. And yeah.
Before you were surviving.
Yes, I wasn't thriving, I was surviving. Yeah.
Well, you are amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come join me, or me join you now, on this incredible live. We will share it out to everyone so they don't miss this incredible interview. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your huge heart. And we will connect again very soon.
Thank you, Laura. I love you.